Hi guys, welcome back to Codemaster Coach, your medical coding tutor. We're continuing our series of the 2019 ICD-10-CM coding guidelines, and we're down to 2B19B. Yesterday we did A, so now we're down to B. So let me show you the guideline. And the guideline states, let me find it here, enlarge it so we can see this. Sequencing of external causes of morbidity codes. And it says, codes for events such as hurricanes take priority over all other external cause codes except child and adult abuse and terrorism. Those should be sequenced before the external cause of injury codes. Assign as many external cause of morbidity codes as necessary to fully explain each cause. For example, if an injury occurs as a result of a building collapse during the hurricane, the external cause codes for both the hurricane, which will take priority, and the building collapse should be assigned, with the external cause code for the hurricane, there it goes, being sequenced as the first external cause code. For injuries incurred as a direct result of the hurricane, assign the appropriate codes for the injuries. Remember, the injury codes takes precedence. For the injuries, incurred as a direct result of the hurricane, assign the appropriate codes for the injuries, followed by the code X37, hurricane, with the appropriate seventh character and any other applicable external cause of injury codes. Code X37.0 also should be assigned when an injury is incurred as a result of flooding caused by a levee breaking related to hurricane. Code X38, flood, with the appropriate seventh character, should be assigned when an injury is from flooding resulting directly from the storm. And then X36, collapse of dam or man-made structure, should not be assigned when the cause of the collapse is due to a hurricane. Use of code X36.0 is limited to collapse of man-made structures due to Earth's surface movements, not due to storm surges directly from a hurricane. So again, you see how it's stressing to you the importance of putting that hurricane code first. It takes priority. Now let's look in the code book. Let me show you what the code book states about those codes. Let's look at X37.0. There it is, cataclysmic storm. X37.0 is hurricane. X37.1 is tornado. Blizzard is 2. Dust storm is 3. Tidal wave is 4. And that breaks it down in tidal wave due to an earthquake or volcanic eruption, due to a storm, due to landslide. And in X37.8, other, cataclysmic storm. And then 9, unspecified. 0.9. But notice the boxes here. So that's letting me know that even though this code extends to the 4th and sometimes the 5th digit, I still have to put those X's in there to get it to 7 digits long, and make sure to use my 7th digit with this code, because it's letting me know this code, according to that box, check the 7th. So it needs to extend. So it should be X37.0, XX, and then add my 5th digit. Is this the initial visit, the subsequent visit, or is this a sequela of that external cause? And it mentioned 36 being an avalanche or a landslide. Man-made structure. There it is. And it mentioned 38. X38, flood. Okay, guys? So ultimately, what am I saying here? I'm saying don't forget that your child abuse, adult abuse, and terrorism codes are priority codes as well. You don't usually see child abuse, terrorism, and hurricane all together. But in either of those 3 situations, child abuse, adult abuse, or terrorism or hurricane, those codes will take priority over any other external cause codes. And with external cause coding, guys, I always look for how it occurred, motor vehicle accident, fall, trip, assaulted, etc. Where it occurred: on the street, in a bar, in the hospital, in the store, grocery store. The activity: what was the patient doing at the time? Playing basketball, softball, dancing. Yesterday I said dancing. Whatever activity they were doing. Taking care of a dog and the dog bit them. That activity, animal care, is look under main term activity. And then the status of the patient. Were they civilian or were they military? But again, guys, these external cause codes come after your ICD-10-CM and your CPT. If there's a diagnosis and a procedure done, code those first, and then give the extenuating circumstances. So in this case with hurricane, give the fact that it was a hurricane that occurred, and then where it occurred, and then what activity was the patient doing at the time when it occurred that caused them to have bodily harm or these injuries, and then the status of the patient. Were they military or were they civilian in their own private home when the hurricane hit? So again, guys, that's what this guideline on your coding guidelines under section 1B, 2B, 219B. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. But again, look back over your guidelines and let's continue this study. We're going to get through this. And one more note, I did upload a quick little video on Medical Coder Life this morning about the code books that I use when I code. I just gave you a brief overview of what each code book that I use. So be sure to look for that on my other channel, Medical Coder Life. And if you haven't subscribed there, be sure to subscribe to that channel there, because I want to do all my teaching on Codemaster Coach. But as ideas hit me at night or whatever, and I want to share something with you, and it's not teaching, but it's about coding, I'll just put it over there on that channel so that I can leave Codemaster Coach solely to teaching. Okay, guys, that's it. We'll continue our series on the 2019 ICD-10-CM coding guidelines. And I know you guys ready for me to start CPT. Let me get as far as I can in ICD-10. And I might pick a day and just start uploading some CPT videos as well. So be on the lookout for that. I hear you. I hear your emails, guys. I hear you. Thanks. We'll talk to you in the next one.